Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late April 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So we're going to get right down to business, as always, and start this reading off nice and smooth with an oracle card for the lovely Leo collective in late April. My guides, talk to me. What's up with my beautiful friends? What's going on? And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick. Then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And then at the very end, I'm going to pull you a bonus card with the Shadowland Tarot to see what type of shadows might be around you or what shadow work you might want to lean into in this time, which is always super interesting. Let's get this first card out here, though. What do we got for the Leos, please? Super quick. Okay, so time could be a factor in certain situations. I feel like I saw this for you, maybe not last week, but a couple of weeks ago. And this is always an intriguing card to start off every reading with. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the April subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you're active on Twitter, my handle's at kyleofcupsoracle. Please feel free to shoot me a tweet sometime. But into the reading we go. And how can we incorporate time into a reading, or what time would mean? It just runs the whole gamut. For some of you, you may have been waiting on something. For some of you, you might feel like you're wasting your time. Time could be affecting you in various different ways, okay? So whether you do feel like you're wasting time, whether you do feel like you've been waiting, some of you might feel like you have all the time in the world to accomplish what you want. But for another portion of you, it could just easily be like, there's not enough hours in the day to do what I want to do. It doesn't always have to stem from frustration. I just want to give you a clearer picture of what this card could mean. Because you see that powerful feminine figure there with the hourglass and the sand slipping through their fingers. It could also be spirit asking you to not let time slip away. Maybe time is of the essence, that you might need to pounce on something, make a move. So do with that what you will. And we're just going to put our time friend right there. And I'm going to get you your tarot cards out right now. We're going to get you 3 in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify. So let's see what's going on for the lovely Leos, my guides. Talk to me. Now, my friends, just want to say the last couple of weeks, the readings have been interesting as always. It seems like we're bouncing back and forth from like a super positive one to one that's a little dicey. Super positive, one that's a little dicey. So hopefully you're not having a lot of ups and downs in life in general or emotionally. But last week's reading was titled Big Payoff Incoming. The week before that was They Are Mad. So you see what I mean. But I mean, it is what it is. We're going to see what we have this week, because energy is always fluctuating regardless. So let's get these first 3 out for Leo, please. What do we got for my friends? You know me, I'm an optimist. I always like positive readings, but sometimes it doesn't fall that way. Okay, we have the Hanged Man in position number 1. You might be analyzing something, someone, a situation. Really taking a cold, hard look. Getting down to the nitty-gritty, the nuts and bolts. Okay, what do we got here? Wow, judgment. So there could be something that goes from complete stoppage or a lack of movement, lack of action, to an explosion with judgment there. That's like 2 completely opposite cards. So like I said, the ups and downs, the backs and forths, we're seeing it here. Like stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. All right, yeah, we have the Page of Cups. So this might be a theme we're seeing with a lot of the fire signs, because I do believe that was in Aries reading itself. Maybe some communication. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get the juicy, intuitive stuff. In position number 1, the Hanged Man, like I said. Usually that could represent a Virgo or a Scorpio, pardon me, but I've heard people say both. I do lean more towards Scorpio with the Hanged Man, though. And it does talk about retracting, pulling back, viewing something analytically. For some people, this could be taking one for the team or some sort of self-sacrifice, waiting around possibly. So we're linking back to what we saw very early in the reading itself. So if this doesn't represent a person, you might be analyzing someone or a situation. There could be someone analyzing you, getting down to the nuts and bolts, nitty-gritty. But it is a very slow card. Like, it really isn't movement based. However, moving to the center of the spread, we have judgment, nudges from spirit, asking you to do something, asking you to make an action, make a movement, pounce. So we have that complete stoppage into explosive type of action right in the center. Now, judgment, sometimes, yeah, it could represent decisions, being at a crossroads in life, but I tend to think of this as an action card. It's also a transformative card. It's Plutonian type of energy. So spirit could be nudging you along, or this could be something that picks up a lot of steam, a lot of quick, like boom. But moving to the very back end, and yes, we have to clarify all these to get more detail. We have the Page of Cups. Now, this could represent a water sign, a younger individual. You know, all pages are messengers, all pages are communicators. This one is more about emotional outpourings. So maybe you're needing to get something off your chest. Maybe somebody's feeling that way towards you. They want to get something off of their chest. This is a big messenger, and that of emotional outpouring. So it could be messages, talks. We'll just have to see when we clarify what the topic can be. For some of you, it could be just throwing your energy into something new, a new task or a new situation. However, we're going to dive deeper on all of it, Leo. Let's jump in and clarify. So let's get a good shuffle here for the Leos, please, my gods. Talk to me. What do we got? Let's reset this deck, see what's going on, please. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research, rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. We're going to go in on this Hanged Man. And as always, I'd like to invite you to play along. That's why this box is here. So if you know how to read tarot, or if you're just trying to learn, if you're feeling anything off of this spread and you're interpreting it differently, please drop it down in the comments. I don't mind at all. I actually encourage it. So let's see what's up with the Hanged Man. Why is the Hanged Man here for the Leo? Thank you. Okay. Yeah. A lot of you really might be in problem-solving mode. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse. This could easily be somebody really trying to catch their bearings, like someone who may have been going through a very tumultuous, volatile time, and they're trying to bring their anxiety levels down, trying to relax. That's what this is intuitively telling me with the Nine of Swords in reverse. Now, I just want to say, for a portion of you with the Hanged Man and the Nine of Swords, those are two cards of the paranormal to me. So you might be experiencing paranormal things in this time, a little more than usual. But with the Nine of Swords in reverse, this is like the release of anxiety, or at least attempting to do so. So you might be trying to get down to the root cause of problems. Maybe this is Spirit asking you to do so. Okay, so if you have or haven't been wound tight, if you know you're holding on to some issues or problems, you might need to analyze it and really get down to the root of it. But like I said, for some people, this could just be going through a tough time, a tumultuous time, whether internally or externally, and trying to bring it down a notch, trying to calm something down. That's how this feels to me. Someone trying to resolve nervousness, anxiety. So some of you might be dealing with someone who's very high-strung. All right, so we're going to see what's up with Judgment. I'm going to leave that as is, but that doesn't feel bad to me. Like I said, it's somebody possibly trying to catch their bearings. So let's see why Judgment is here. Yeah, it could just be someone who's really high-strung, nervous. Let's see why Judgment is here. What's Judgment here for Leo? Deck is being specific. There we go. All right, yeah, we have the Eight of Cups. It might be go time for something. It might be time to make a move, take an action, get something going quickly. Okay, much sooner rather than later. We have the Eight of Cups under Judgment. Okay, now I don't always interpret this card as walking away from something. For some of you, that could be it. But I'm seeing this as action movement based regardless, okay? So whether it is getting a little more active in your day-to-day life to get out some nervous type of energy. For some of you, like if there is something that hasn't been serving you, something that hasn't been working for you, you might really need to make a move, take an action, okay? So this could be big action coming, especially if the things have been calm, things feel like they've been stuck or monotonous, like things could really pick up a lot of steam with this Judgment and the Eight of Cups. You might just have to make that strong judgment call, literally. Like, all right, should I stay? Should I go? Should I let this persist? Or should I move on to greener pastures? And I'm not just talking about relationships in general. This could be various different things you just apply to your life. But action could be needed. A change might need to be made. Okay, and it could be an urgent change as well, especially when we're coming off of like this stuff in the beginning, the slow, the analytical. Some of you might need some sort of urgency to make a change. So we're going to go in on this Page of Cups. Interesting stuff, Leo. So I'll put our friends down right there. Let's keep it moving here. What do we got? I'm just trying to fix these cards up so they look nice for you, my friends. So why is this Page of Cups here? So that'll drive me crazy if there's big gaps between them. So why is the Page of Cups here? Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, for some of you, it could be big monetary things on your mind, work things on your mind, anything group related, with the Three of Pentacles, for some of you, you might need the assistance of others with whatever stage it is you're moving into. Now, this isn't feeling bad on the back end. The Page of Cups with the Three of Pentacles, teamwork makes the dream work, and we're social creatures inherently as human beings. Sometimes we need the assistance of friends and family. Some of you might feel like you're lacking in that realm, like you don't have enough people assisting you. But if you do have people at your disposal to help you out in whatever situations you're going through, don't feel bad about reaching out. Now, even if you're not going through anything right now, if something pops up during the week or in 2 weeks from now, you might need to call in some reinforcements. That's what this feels like to me mainly. Now, as I already said, for some of you, this could be like workplace chatter, people talking about their money, but I feel mainly this is Spirit saying like, all right, if you need reinforcements, don't be afraid to ask. Okay, and I know not everybody has the privilege of having people on call like that, but we're going to go through and do a quick little recap. Only take it how it hits for you, Leo. But in the center, we got a lot going on. If you kindly look in the box, in position number 1, we have the Hanged Man with the Nine of Swords in reverse. So yeah, someone might have been a little high strung. I was also getting nervousness, and it was also saying, yeah, there might be some paranormal situations happening around you. But aside from that, this is someone who may have been through a tumultuous time, a rough time, and they're trying to calm down those anxiety levels, trying to even things out. However, as we move to the center, we have like big action, big movement with Judgment and the Eight of Cups in the upright. I was getting the sense of urgency. Maybe some of you need to take an urgent action or make an urgent change in life overall. But this is the need for it, and this is very powerful. And I don't want to say the word explosive again, but it is just very powerful action based in the center. So there might be something you need to pounce on or make a move with. Moving to the very back end, we got the Page of Cups with the Three of Pentacles, talking about all those group things, possible money things, possible work things. But like I said, if you're going through a tough time, you need to call in reinforcements. Don't be afraid to do so, even if something pops up in the coming days and weeks. You might be able to conquer things by getting the people to help you. All right, so looking for a support structure. So please take a screenshot of that if you like. We're going to get into your shadow card here. Let's see what's going on for the Leos, please, my guides. Interesting reading this week. Let's see what's going on for my friends. And yes, we're using the Shadow and Tarot. And I like to give the little disclaimer every time we use it that this deck is illustrated in a darker way. And when we look at shadow cards, we want to look at the rougher sides of the energy. So that's exactly what we're going to do here. So let's get this first card out for Leo, please. Nice and quick. We're not going to spend a lot of time on it. Okay, we're just wrapping this reading up nice and easy. Okay, we have the Star. So your optimism, pessimism balance might be tested big time here. When we have the Star showing up in the shadows, usually a very hopeful type of energy. But remember, once again, we're looking at the rougher side. Now, some of you may have had really rough dealings with an Aquarius. There might be an Aquarius attached to your shadows for some reason. Now, obviously, that's not for every single Leo out there, but when we see the Star showing up in the shadows, it does speak about people who may feel a little hopeless, might feel a little depressed. I just want to say it's very important to have a shining light at the end of the tunnel, a guiding light, a guiding star. So you really want to protect that flame within you, okay? Keep the hope alive. Try not to give way to pessimism, because in the shadows here, regardless of what's going on, there could be like an underlying dread. So watch out for feelings like that in this time, especially if you're doing shadow work, okay? All is not lost, my friends. And yeah, Leo, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the April subscriber surprise. For the April subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, wonderful Everyday Witch Tarot. This is the deck that you see in my thumbnails. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are at this point. And second, let me know down in the comments what tarot card you associate yourself with. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.